me, you talking about a nigga that'll fuck your whole world up. You and your boys make a scene, I'm thinking AC Green, cause it's gonna be at least 4 or 5 you niggas in the room curled up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You ain't nothing but a MC.
Welcome to another edition of the Buck Stops Here. I am your host, Hound Dog Buck 50, bringing you the latest in battle rap news, and I am the illest battle rapper in the game. This week we're going to talk about Mike P. And the question is, was it too soon for Mike P to jump back in the ring? I am your host, Hound Dog Buck 50, and we're going to talk about Mike P. Now, for those who have been following the Ultimate Madness tournament, if you heard my statement, you're probably thinking, well, Hound Dog, how could you say it's too soon when you knew the man had to be back in the ring because he just won our first round in the tournament, the first round in the tournament? Okay, well, let me expound. Mike P lost in his second round to Bill Collector. Second round of the tournament, I should say. He beat Ryder in the first round. Okay, I'm a big sports fan. Big boxing fan, really, of all the sports. Probably that the most. And in boxing, sometimes fighters get into fights where they get beat up. They might even win in that fight. But after the fight, they took such a beating that you question if they will ever be the same. Some fighters never recover from those beatings. Some fighters get knocked out. Some suffer devastating knockouts. Some can recover, some can't. If Mike P's battle versus Ryder was a boxing match, Mike P got knocked down a couple times, and his eye was definitely swollen and his lip was cut bad. He definitely had the ice pack on after that fight. But he was fortunate to get the decision. It was a close battle, but I thought Ryder won. I thought he clearly won, but that's neither here nor there. So now we fast forward to round 2, 2 weeks later. And Mike P was, of course, Mike P can rap. That doesn't change. But Mike P's whole demeanor was uncomfortable. He looked like he had the weight of the world on his shoulders from the very beginning of the battle. And you could see it. It was plain as day. I mean, I think we all knew it prior to that anyway, because the way he handled himself, we knew that it bothered him. And Bill Collector taunted him in the first round like he was going to talk about his girl, but he didn't. Then he finally talked about it in the third. And it was, wow. And, you know, and even though Bill Collector was a good sport, I feel like I feel like he taunted him on the low when it was over, because he hugged him and then he whispers to him, "It's gonna be okay. Get past that." But the angle I took, ain't nobody else gonna be able to take that angle. I mean, I'm not making that a big deal. I'm just saying it's like it just seems like you taunting him. You know what I'm saying? You whooped his ass, man. Just it is what it is. But my whole thing is this. Mike P, his chin is in question now. Because in battle rap, we don't know when we're going to get into that, because you have so many different battle rappers in terms of style. You got Rum Nitty, you got B Magic, you got Chilla Jones. You got so many different types of battle rappers. A guy like Rum Nitty, he's going to blow your mind lyrically. Chances are he's probably not going to hit you with that something to make you go, woo. You go against a guy like B-Dot, John, guys like that. They're going to punch you in the mouth. They're going to hit you with something to make you say, oh, damn. You trying to talk to me. I see where this is going. And you, at that point, that's when your chin is tested, because it's like you're in a fight. At that moment, you were reminded what this is about. It's a dog fight. It's not just about metaphors and punchlines. And for Mike P, his style is talking to people. And when he got talked to, he didn't seem to like it. Mike P, you like to strap up your boots and get in the middle of the square circle and duke it out. And when it was time for you to duke it out, and you got touched, you wasn't too much taken to the liking of being touched. And if I said it once, I said it a million times in different blogs. Mike P was dating a woman that was on the battle rap scene, and that's his freedom of choice to do so. But with that being said, you have to know yourself. And if you're the type of person that can handle that, because you got to know what you do that, them boys is going to be coming for you. They're going to be coming to tap that jaw. They're going to test you. And if you're the type of dude that can shrug it off and hold up to it, then you're fine. But Mike P had to know deep down in his heart he wasn't cut like that. He wasn't able to deal with it because nobody knows himself better than him. If you're not a street dude, why would you start something with street niggas knowing that you can't hold up to your end of the bargain if it jumps off in the streets? It's just about knowing yourself. And Mike P didn't handle the situation appropriately. You know, you look at when I use sports, battle raps and sports are very similar. The only difference is it's more of the toughness. There's a toughness that you gotta have mentally in battle rap that you gotta have in sports too. In boxing, you know, they say you got a good chin. In battle rap, I guess your spirit and your inner mentality would be your chin. You look at a guy like Averb. How long Averb been battling? How many times has people called his mother a dyke? How many times has people questioned his manhood? I never seen Verb even flinch. And he shakes their hand after the battle. Mike P did not shake Ryder's hand after the battle. So that made it evident that he was rattled by the material. The way he behaved going after the battle, he made it painfully obvious he was shaken by the material, not wanting people to talk to him. And it's like, what the hell are you talking about, Mike P? You knew who you was dating, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean you knew you were dating somebody in this circle. If you don't want nobody to talk about your woman, why the hell would you date a woman that's in this circle? Unless you're the type of dude that can deal with that. And when people talk about it, you're like, well, whatever, then you're good. Because at that point, you're proving that you're the type of person that can stand up to that type of criticism. But you're not. And so now, it's like, where does Mike P go from here? Because anybody can come back. Mav Hoffa came back from many disastrous losses when we thought it looked dark. But Mav Hoffa proved that evidently he has character. Now, with Mike P choking in the third, he didn't just lose. I feel like he dropped a notch. It was the equivalent to like somebody who was hyped up to be the next best thing in boxing, and then they just quit in round 8. I felt like in the third round he quit. If Mike was Tink the Demon, or you know, some of these other battle rappers is known to choke, I would have probably just said he choked. But I've seen a lot of Mike P battles. He's never choked. So you can only attribute that to the pressure. He let the pressure get to him. Certain things you just don't do. You have to know yourself. And at this point, the question is no longer, can Mike P rap? The question is, will he be able to get to that point to be an elite battle rapper? That's the question. Does he have it here? Does he have it here? Because you think he's freaking out now. Imagine if the Ryder battle was in Webster Hall, with that whole crowd just looking at you, oohing and awed after he said what he said. You about to catch a nervous breakdown over a battle that had 10 people in the room. Think about that. Because it's not just battle, it's not just the element of rhyming, it's the element of being to deal with all these different things when you're on that stage. You know, it could be the littlest thing. Your opponent talk about you got your ass kicked in your last battle. In your mind, you thinking, I didn't get my ass kicked. But if you even say that, it kind of looks like you coming apart. So you just got to keep your cool and be like, all right, I'm gonna get you. I got my chance to speak. So, you know, there's a way out of everything. And Mike P, even if you break up with the young lady, that's not going to erase the fact that you dealt with her. So you're going to have to deal with yourself more so than anything. And you got to do some serious soul searching, because you're going to get hit on that chin again, because you got back into the ring 2 weeks later after having a brutal fight, which is the equivalent of a boxer jumping back into the ring 3 months later after getting beat up. And you wasn't ready. You didn't prepare yourself for what was about to happen. You just didn't show the heart of a champion. You quit in the 3rd round. And I feel like the big stage, we can't be calling you big stage Mike with that type of a performance. You gotta figure this out. You catch a meltdown over a small room battle with 9 people in it, including security. Where you had that. But on that note, peace, love, and whatever else you think of love.